Hey team, in this training, we're going to go ahead and talk to you about the step-by-step tactical A to Z walkthrough on registering your domain name. You're going to see it end to end here. So you're going to see how easy it is so that way you can go ahead and get it done along with this training video. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and just open up your browser, right? So we recommend Google Chrome, doesn't matter what browser you have. And you're going to go ahead and go over to Cloudflare.com. Okay, so you go over to Cloudflare.com. You're going to go ahead and sign up and get a free account. Okay, so you're going to go over here and you're going to find a free account. Now, sometimes they don't have this free account showing, so you might sometimes need to actually go ahead and scroll down and find free somewhere. If not, you can just do a Google search. Remember, don't be a remote control business owner. You want to go ahead and be resourceful, but they do have a free account. You're going to find out where that free account is going to be. Okay, and in this case, I'm going to go ahead and click on add a website. It's going to go ahead and take me over to a place where I can go ahead and get started with Cloudflare. Now over here, I'm just going to go ahead and enter in a dummy email address. Okay, so for myself, again, do not worry. You can go ahead and enter in some sort of your email address. You got to enter in your official email address on here. I am just entering in a random email address for the purposes of this test, but make sure you actually go ahead and enter in your own. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and hit sign up. Okay, and then from there, it's going to go ahead and take us into the actual Cloudflare. Okay, once we're inside, from there we can just go ahead and click on explore all products. And then what we're going to do is here on the left side, okay, so you're going to see right over here on the left side, we're going to go ahead and hit domain registration. Okay, so we hit domain registration and then register domains. Now, as expected, right over here, it's going to say you have to please verify your email address. You want to make sure you go over to your email address. It's going to have a verify link over there. So give me 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and verify the email address and I'll be right back. All right, so I went over to the email, I verified the email address. You'll see now if I refresh this, it will go ahead and show up. So right over here, domain registration, register domains. Okay, so now what we're gonna go ahead and search right over here, what is the domain name that we are thinking of acquiring, right? So right here, for example, NutriFit Coaching, that's just an example. If I go ahead and hit search on that, you will see that it shows me all of the different variations of what is available for that. So let's say, for example, I wanted to specifically see if NutriFitCoaching.com is available, which it is not, right? So it tells me that it is not on there, and then I can see some of the variations that are there as well, right? So then let's say, for example, NutriFit Coaching is not the one I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with, NutriFit, Wellness Coaching, which this would be a little bit long, but I'm just going to go ahead and show you, for example, right over here, NutriFitWellnessCoach.com is available. Again, I think that domain is probably going to be a little bit too long. You can decide for your own what you think might be the best. Again, there it is, $9.77 per year. From there, we're going to just go ahead and click on purchase. And then you'll see that I can go ahead and do this for multiple years if needed, but typically we only go ahead and do it for 1 year, okay? And then once we go ahead and do that, we're going to go ahead and fill in all of our registration information. Now, the really cool thing about this is that Cloudflare actually protects your personal information from Whois record searches. Now, Whois is the database where all of the domains are registered on the internet. Okay, so it's kind of like the master real estate file. And then normally you can actually see who owns a specific domain unless they are actually paying for the service in order to have that information redacted. Okay, now in this case, Cloudflare does that on our behalf, which is pretty cool, versus some other domain registrars like GoDaddy actually charge you for that. Okay, so from there, we can actually go ahead and fill in all of that information. We go ahead and enter in our card information, and then we go ahead and complete registrant information. And it's literally just as simple as that. Okay, so now our domain is actually going to be living inside of our Cloudflare account, which is really cool because then we can actually purchase many domains if we want. So on my personal Cloudflare account, I got like dozens and dozens and dozens of domains. It's actually a bad habit. I'm like, oh, internet real estate. I'm going to just buy this domain name. Maybe it'll come in handy one day. Not a good idea, right? So I do not recommend doing it that way. But that is a kind of a personal hobby that I have of myself. But again, you can have as many domain names that you want to purchase inside of your Cloudflare account. That is going to be what you use in order to purchase domains. It does come with all of these other really cool features and product suites that we will be talking about and utilizing in upcoming trainings when we talk about setting up your email and setting up your page rules and all of that stuff. So when it does come to actually creating your website, how to connect this domain now that you've purchased to your website, how do you set up your business email, all of this is what we are going to be talking about in upcoming trainings. But this specific tactical training was just walking you through how to actually register your domain name through the registrar that we recommend, which is going to be Cloudflare. So go ahead and create your Cloudflare account. Go ahead and actually purchase your domain. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been this tactical training on the step-by-step instructions for registering your domain name. With that being said, we will catch you in the next training.